What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. Happy Monday. Woo-hoo. It's Monday. Hope everyone had a wonderful, restful, productive, peaceful weekend. Maybe non-productive is what we want to be on the weekends, I guess, depending on what the goal is. But whatever you have planned to do this weekend, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Some things transpired over the weekend in terms of, entertainment news and stuff like that, but we're not talking about that today. Today is your Married to Medicine Season 6, Episode 8 review. If you haven't already, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up, to like, or thumbs down, to not like. Share this video on your social media platform that you use most frequently. Get in the comments and have a conversation about anything that we're discussing here. And don't forget to email me at politeasfckpod@gmail.com for Friday's topics. Just make the subject Friday's topic, hashtag it's Friday, whatever you want it to be, so that we can actually have a discussion and I could talk about what you want to talk about now. And share my opinion on it. Let's see, what else? Any other announcements? All right, so let's get into the review. We first start off with Simone and Jackie. Simone and Cecil finally had sex. Simone says she didn't realize how thirsty she was for the D. I love Simone. I love her. I love Simone. You know what I'm saying? I love her personality. I love her down-to-earth personality. I think that she, saying like, we finally did it. I told him to approach me about it. Like, okay, whenever you ready, I'm ready to. And then Jackie made a statement, which I thought was really odd, where she said, well, sometimes when you get home, you just have to start taking your clothes off and just start, fucking. And I'm like, and then she was like, to get it over with. But then she was like, she tried to switch it. No, Jackie, you know what you meant, to get that shit over with, because I don't want to hear your goddamn mouth. But I don't encourage that, because I want you guys to have sex when you want to have sex, not to just so he can nut and then you be done. Like, I don't know. Let me stop talking vulgar, but I don't like, honey, to get it over with. If I'm fucking, we fucking because I want to. Okay, so if I'm coming in and pulling off my scrubs to get busy, it's because I want to, not to get it over with. Like, that was weird for Jackie to say, but I guess whatever, that's her thing with her arrogant ass dry lip husband. Contessa, we show Contessa laying in the bed. She's not really healing as fast, as quickly. I think Contessa needs to rest. I don't think that Contessa is drawing appropriate, healthy boundaries and teaching her kids boundaries and teaching her kids that mommy has to rest. You cannot, look at the sun is just barely coming up. I wish you guys could see it. It's so pretty. You can tell the time is about to change because the sun is just coming up. Usually the sun is in my damn face around this time. You could tell that she is one of those type of women who, one, doesn't allow her children to see her cry, allow her children to see her in pain. She wants to appear as the super mom, strong black woman, and you can't do that. If you do not take care of yourself, Contessa, you can't take care of your family the way that you want to. So you did this procedure so that you could be around for your children. So now you got to heal from this procedure. You can't be letting the little baby Layla jump up and down. You have to explain to them you cannot do that. I don't get why she's not. I mean, I get it, because I get this idea of being this strong black woman and being there and being the backbone of the family and all that other stuff, but you got to heal, period, and there's no other way around it. Dr. Scott has been there helping her, but like somebody said on Twitter, she probably should have hired a nurse to watch her, or somebody, a nanny type person, to help her while she is healing from her surgery. I think that would have been a great idea for Contessa. Next we have Mariah. She's in the kitchen cooking something, look like eggs or something, and Aiden comes in looking all crazy, and he explains that there have been some restructuring at his job and the company that he works for. I guess he's also an educator for as well. they're moving. But here's the thing, and he's saying that they may have to move to either Texas, California, or North Carolina. I think he said another state, I can't remember. But when he said LA, I was like, Mariah wouldn't do well in Los Angeles. Not at all. Not with the way that she likes to act, like not with her personality. She just wouldn't make it. She might find some bougie ass, shallow, black, older, like women in her age range to hang around. But as far as the money goes, that money ain't going long in California. Sorry, Atlanta money don't go long in California. It just doesn't. So she's kind of like upset because he's like, we might have to move. But you're a doctor and an ER doctor, Aiden. You could really get a job anywhere. But I guess he wants to stay with this company that he works for, this medical group that he works with. And okay, she don't want to move. But here's the deal. You don't work. You don't have nothing keeping you. You can get up and leave. Just like a basketball player's wife, just like a football player's wife. When you are in a job like that where people can have opportunities somewhere else and you don't make any money or contribute into the household financially, you need to get up and move. You can keep house somewhere else. But I guess, it is hard. I'm not going to even do Mariah like that, because it is hard to move your family, move your children, start a new life, make new friends. She has roots in Georgia. Georgia's been good to us, she says, and she just doesn't want to move. And then she makes a statement like he'd have to move by himself. Really? Okay, Mariah. She said the Bangladeshi in him is like everything's gonna be all right, but the black in her is like we need to worry about it now and get it together now. Well, okay. Well, I just don't think that. I think when you're not the breadwinner and you're not contributing financially to the home, if Aiden leaves, what you gonna do? Do you work? Do you have an income? Do you have a side business outside of Married to Medicine where you're bringing in a stream of income? Does Mariah have a stream of income? Y'all, I don't know. Does she work? What does she do, like, outside of what does she do? What does Mariah do? Does she have, like, a side business? You know what I'm saying? Does she sell t-shirts? What does she do? I don't know. Whatever. Heavenly walks up to this funeral home where she goes for her anger management therapy sessions, which I think the man looks weird. He just looks strange. He looks like he is like out of a scary movie. And at one point, Heavenly says, why do you just stay quiet? Why do you pause? Like, that shit, I don't know. Is it a dramatic pause? Are you trying to get me to finish my sentence? Why do you do that? Like, it seems like she's irritated with his ass too. I am too. I don't get a good vibe from him. Whatever she needs to help her through her anger management, that's what she needs to do. Heavenly says she doesn't like Mariah. I can't help it because the people that I'm around, this bitch is always around, and I don't like her. She does remind me of my sister because my sister used to lie on me, and Mariah is lying on me. Heavenly has talked about her sister. I don't know. She said, did her sister die? Because I feel like I read somewhere that her sister died. So I'm trying to figure out, is that the sister that reminds her of Mariah? I'm not sure. Okay, so they play the clip of Mariah talking about these receipts. And this is what Heavenly is talking about, you lying on me. And this is what I don't understand. Mariah, if you have receipts and you say that you don't want to hurt, you have receipts and invoices about Damon, but Damon hasn't done anything to you, so you're not going to reveal anything. But then in another interview, you said that you're going to wait until the reunion to reveal it. So what is it? Like, I feel like you're lying. You haven't produced any receipts. I think you're doing it for drama and entertainment factor of the show. I don't believe you have anything. I believe you are a little liar. I believe that. I believe it. She don't have no receipts. Quad. They show Quad. Quad's with her mother and her aunt. Quad is in the process of moving into another place. Kudos to Quad. I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud that she has a family support of women who are not giving her advice that serve Gregory. I'm glad. Her mother at one point was crying Quad hasn't taken her ring off. And they're like, oh, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard. Bitch, it's not hard. She should have took it off when he stuck his dick in another bitch. That's when she should have took it off. Went to the jeweler and got that shit made into an earrings and a necklace. That's what she should have done. Ain't no, oh my God, I don't know what to do with my ring. Girl, please, it don't mean nothing. Your ring symbolizes the exchange of you for ownership. If you really want to get down to it, that's what the ring symbolizes. Your acceptance to be sold into a life of servitude as somebody's wife. Something that came up to me about Gregory and his arrogance and his infidelity. Like, he does not deserve forgiveness because you were arrogant as you were cheating and disrespecting Quad. You don't deserve what you think you deserve. But I have a feeling that Gregory's life with Quad mimics his mother and father's relationship. Something about that, the way that he feels like it's okay for this to be going on and Quad should forgive him and be okay with it and move on and grow from it. I think maybe that happened in his life. I don't know what made me think about that. Like, maybe that's what he's talking about. Like, he used to always say, I come from a family. I'm a family. We had a family and I wanted that family. But his assumption that Quad should be like okay with it because he's saying that she wasn't giving him sex and they haven't had sex since their second year of marriage or some crazy shit. But you still want to be with Quad, but you cheated on her and you want her to forgive you, but you're still not apologetic, you're not remorseful, you're arrogant. I feel like maybe his father was the same way. Because why else would you think it was okay had you not observed it as a child? Like, this is normal. This is a normal thing, and I can mimic this thing, I don't know. I feel like Gregory his family is probably not as familial as he would like it to seem. I believe that Quad had an apartment way before. I believe Quad's had an apartment. May not. I just believe that. Her mother was crying. Her mother feels sad for her, not because she's getting a divorce, because she's actually having this experience. And, she just feels sad for her daughter because it's a disillusion of a marriage. Now, I saw somebody on Twitter saying, do we think that Quad used Gregory? Here's the deal. If you're entering a marriage where it is not beneficial for you, you're doing a disservice to yourself. You should be entering relationships that are mutually beneficial. Somebody can learn something from you. You can learn something from that person. If she used him, if her objective was to use him, and in this plan, he cheated on her, I don't see no problem. Okay, then she used him then. Then she was right. She did good. Okay? If she used him to change her status in the industry, I don't even think Quad wants to work in the medical industry. So what industry does she want to be a part of? Because remember, Mariah is the one that introduced Quad to the group, because she feels like she wanted to be a part of this society, this industry. I'm going to introduce her. She did not expect Quad to shoot to the fan favorite. Quad was a fan favorite. Remember the first season with Quad and Mariah, how silly they would act, that terrible makeup they would wear? Everybody started to love Quad. I think it was after the first season when I realized that Mariah she had the Nene Leakes complex. She wanted to be the star of the show. Her goal was to be the main queen bee of the show. And I think when Quad stepped in, and with Quad's bubbly, energetic personality, I think she overshadowed Mariah, and I think that's where the problem lies with them. Anyways, back to Quad. But yeah, I think his cheating might have been forgivable in his household. I think that's the reason why he thinks that Quad, like, he deserves forgiveness from Quad. Yeah, get from behind me, bitch. Get from behind me. You doing the most. CarMax. Toya, they're showing clips of Toya with Eugene talking about Quad and the announcement that she filed for divorce. And of course, Toya feels like she should have been notified. by Quad as to when she was going to go down to the courthouse and file for divorce. Here's the thing, Toya, with your childish, stupid ass. If you feel like your friend is going through something and you see online that your friend has filed for divorce, why are you still expecting her to call you? Why don't you call her? Because if you feel like you're so entitled to this information, pick up the phone with your entitled ass and call her. And like Eugene said, if something, he gave her bad advice, but he said, if something major is going on in your friend's life and they don't call you and give you a heads up about it, they're not your friend, they're your acquaintance. And I think that's what Toya and Quad, that's why your car's all fucked up on the side, bruh. Come on, dude. And that's the reason why, oh, it's the same dude. Remember the last time I said I saw the dude in the Mercedes and it was chopped up on the side? That's the same dude. I think that Eugene was right, and I think that they are acquaintances, and I think that Toya's feeling as though she should be notified for every single thing. Here's the thing. Do a Google alert with Quad's name, so every time Quad does something in the news, you can be notified, so you can be kept abreast on how she's navigating through her life. Okay? I feel like Toya is inconsiderate. I feel like she's childish. I've said it over and over again, and she keeps displaying this juvenile behavior and this logic of a 3-year-old toddler. I don't understand. I understand it. I do understand it. But the way that they're showing it and the way it's played out, she looks really bad. And she just looks really childish. I just think, I don't understand Toya. I don't understand. I just want to know, Toya, have you called Quad? Have you called Contessa? All these people who should be giving you a heads up, these are major life moments. You know, on Facebook, when they say to put a major life moment, getting a divorce is a major life moment. Having a double mastectomy is a major life moment. And in these two instances, you don't have anything major going on in your life, so you expect these people to stop what they're doing in the midst of their turmoil to call you and say, hey, Toya, I just wanted to let you know I'm going down to the courthouse to file for divorce. It doesn't work like that, Toya. It does not work like that. All right, so they have a summer party. Jackie is the host. Everybody shows up. Everybody's invited, including Dr. Jarrett. She's there as well, very quiet, not saying much, just probably being very observant and trying to see who the fuck is doing what, who's unreasonable, who's logical, who's a backstabber, who talks behind people's backs when they're not there. I'm sure that Dr. Jarrett is observing her scene to determine how she should move in this group. Who do you want to align with? Who do you want to tell your business to? Who's going to talk about you when you leave the room? That's the thing that I do when I sit amongst a new group of people. I sit and I watch everybody. And I watch their behavior. That's why I used to get, Erica, I thought you was stuck up. No, bitch. I was watching how you moved. That's all. I wasn't smiling in your face and kikiing in your face. I was trying to see how you move through this motherfucker. And based on how you move and how you treat other people, that's going to be how I approach you and how I know how to handle you. You understand what I'm saying? Heavenly comes in. She said that she was at home because she knew she was going to be gone all night. She served her man, and he was full, and she was full. I said, come on, Heavenly, bitch. She served her husband before she left. It was very quiet, very awkward. I guess they want Mariah and Heavenly to speak. Heavenly did not speak to Mariah at first until Jackie said something, which I think is silly. I don't think you should. If they don't want to speak, you don't have to make them speak. You're not anybody's mother, Jackie. You can't do that. If she doesn't want to speak to her, she doesn't have to speak to her. And then she was like, oh, hi, how you doing? You look so pretty, beautiful black queen. You could tell it was totally fake. And I don't think that Heavenly cared that you knew she was being fake. Bitch, I don't like you, so I'm going to be fake. Then Mariah said something about Heavenly's long johns. And then what did Heavenly say to her? Oh, no problem. Somebody said Heavenly's insecurity. insecurity jumped out. She can't even take a compliment from Heavenly. Let me tell you guys something. All this respectability bullshit, if someone you don't like gives you a compliment, you do not have to accept it. You don't. You don't have to be polite to people who don't fuck with you. Get that fucking shit out of here. All that cordiality shit. Get out of here with that. And that's why I don't like that Jackie made them speak, because these are grown women. I don't have to speak if I don't want to. I can be cordial. You know how Evelyn and Jackie do it. We don't have to talk. We can be in the room where it's enough people in here where we do not even have to cross paths. I don't have to speak to you. So stop making grown women talk to each other. That's what you do to children. They're sitting there. Quad finally comes in, and Quad is sitting down. She was like, I really feel uncomfortable. I don't really want to answer any questions. And you know, they start playing these silly games. Here's the thing. I have something to say about Mariah's confessionals, the interviews where she's doing the interviews, like kind of recapping what's going on in the scene. Does she ever have anything nice to say? Because even when they were doing their impressions, and somebody had Mariah's impression of, who was it? Contessa. Even Heavenly was like, that shit was funny. Even though I don't like the bitch, I can still say the shit that she did was funny. But here's the thing. Mariah said something about Heavenly needing to lose calories. Heavenly is not fat, Mariah, and you ain't a size 2, bitch. So what the fuck are you talking about? Your stomach look like it's packed into something in your outfits. And so does your butt. So I don't know what you talking about. Heavenly needs to lose some calories. And then said Heavenly looked like a fish. And in the moment of you impersonating a fish, you look like that goddamn fish from Shark Tale. The one that I said Princess Love looks like. You look exactly like that fish. You got a lot of nerve, bitch. With your big round face, you can't talk about anybody being fat. You can't talk about anybody looking like a sea animal. You look like one too, bitch. I don't understand why Mariah in every interview has to throw unwarranted shade. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then when Heavenly takes that scorpion stinger out and stings your head and your big forehead, you're going to say, I'm the victim. I don't know why she doesn't like me. Bitch, because you always talking shit every interview. You talking shit, bitch. So when the reunion comes and that bitch gets your ass, because she's gonna get you. Because I'm telling you one thing about a goddamn Scorpio, they're always plotting. Always. So, playing the board, playing the scene, strategically making moves. So Mariah, you better protect yourself, because Heavenly is going to get that ass. Trust and believe me. What else? Quad comes in here, and I feel like Quad doesn't feel like it's a safe space. I don't really want to answer any questions about what's going on right now. I just want to, be amongst my friends. So they start asking questions. And Heavenly asked Quad, are we being good friends to you? And that was a wonderful question to ask her, because I wish that Quad was more, she was more honest about saying how she felt about them being there for her. She should be more honest with them so they can understand that the way that they're navigating this part of Quad's life with her, they're not being the best people that they could be to her. The thing about Toya wanting to ask Quad a question and Quad cutting her off. Toya, I thought Toya was going to ask some stupid ass question too, because history has proven that you don't know how to ask a question without making it seem like someone did something to you. Like, the question should be about Quad, not about what Quad did to you and why you're here. So Quad tells Toya to fix her face. They start yelling back and forth. Quad says, all you do is run your goddamn mouth. She's right. All you do is run your goddamn mouth, Toya. And you don't be right since the beginning. And then you said some shit about Contessa at the slumber party in your interview about her not being your friend. Like, I don't know about Toya. And everybody is like, Toya is childish. So there's a collective consensus about Toya's behavior. I don't think I've seen anybody approve of Toya or try to justify Toya's childish, juvenile, 3-year-old, toddler, the world revolves around me behavior. I don't think I've seen anybody try to justify it in the same manner as people try to justify Mariah's idiotic behavior. I don't think I've seen anybody try to justify Toya's behavior. Quad shut Toya down. You're not asking me no question. I'm not answering no questions. If I'm not answering no questions to them, what makes you think I'm gonna answer your questions? Who the fuck do you think you are, Toya? I'm not answering. All you do is run your goddamn mouth. So they start sitting there, and then I don't know what got to the point where she was like, I don't have to fix your face, Toya. I don't have to fix my face. This is my face. Da da da, like a kid. You see her how she responds? It's like a child. And then she's sitting there, and then Jackie sits right next to her, and she's sitting there like a baby. Just everything about her demeanor, her body language was that of a child. I don't know if y'all looking at it. Go back and look how she's curled up in that seat, and Jackie is sitting on her to keep her from getting up. Because she knows, like, children usually don't have the words to express how they're feeling, so they result to some kind of physical outburst. You know, it comes out in a physical way. Quad is crying. They start crying and hugging. I don't know what. And then she says that the question she was going to ask was, should Eugene and I cut Gregory off? And they start laughing, and she's like, oh, we sisters. And then Jackie says something real stupid about, this is love. Y'all be nitpicking. Let me tell y'all something. That's not love. We need to learn how, as a people, to love lovingly. We should not be defining love based on the abuse and the nasty behavior that another person has towards you. Like all that yelling and screaming, bitch, all you do is run your fucking mouth. That's not love. I may love you, but these moments where we're arguing, that is not love. Stop aligning bad behavior and saying, well, they just love you and this is the reason why they're doing that. That's the same way of telling a man hitting a woman and then coming back and saying, well, I'm just so sorry. I love you. I love you. I just can't control myself. That's not love. We need to learn how to display and demonstrate love in a loving, compassionate, safe, honorable, respectable way. Love is not hollering and screaming, degrading, talking shit. That is not love. So we gotta stop defining love like that. I don't think anything was loving about Toya yelling at Quad. I don't think anything was loving. There was a clip about Jackie saying that when Quad filed for divorce and she saw it in the blogs, she sent Quad a text message. And then she ended up speaking to Quad. I don't understand why any of the other women don't do that. Why does Quad have to call you? If you get a notification about something that's going on with your friend, why don't you call them or text them? You want to talk? I saw what was going on in the news. I saw an announcement that you're getting a divorce. Do you want to talk? I'm here if you need me. That's a friend. You understand what I'm saying? That's a friend. But you want, in the midst of her going through a divorce, you want her to stop what she's doing and notify you of what's about to happen in her life. That's not how friendship works. You need to call your friend and ask her how she's doing. Do you want to talk? I'm here when you need me. Jackie was able to do it. What's wrong with you, Toya? Why aren't you able to do that? Why aren't you able to demonstrate that type of friendship with Quad? I wouldn't share anything with you, Toya, because you're violent with vulnerability. I'm not going to do it with you. I wouldn't do it. I'm with Quad on not sharing things with these women because they do not know how to handle the information in a safe way that I feel safe. You understand what I'm saying? So after that, they started getting along. They gave each other hugs and crying and the we sisters again and all this other bullshit. And Quad said that was sisterly for her. I cannot believe that Mariah stayed quiet that whole time. But Mariah did say something to Quad that was out of character and a lie. She told Quad that this was a safe space. You've not demonstrated a safe space for Quad at all this season, bitch. And all you keep talking about her. You said she had to pull her wig back. All of this shit that you were talking about her. Bitch, it's not safe. You ain't a safe person to share vulnerabilities with, bitch. That I was like, what, Mariah? You're a lie. That's another lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. They show next week Mariah wants to have a black love party, a couples party. I want to have a black love party. I want to have a couples party. And I'm going to invite Quad. Bitch, what? Quad is going through a divorce. Why would you invite her to a couples party? That kind of shit will get your ass beat. That's it. Mariah is such a fucking jerk. She is a fucking asshole. Bitch, why in the fuck would you invite a woman going through divorce? Any woman. I don't give a fuck who it is, Quad or whoever. Why would you invite a single woman to a couples party? Single, separated, divorced, whatever, widowed, bitch. Why would you do that? If not to be a bitch. A fucking jerk. You're a jerk, Mariah Huck. A fucking jerk. And we're going to see how this plays out because we see Heavenly say, why would she do that? I don't know why she would do that. The only reason that I could come up with is that the bitch is a fucking jerk. That's it. That's my time, folks. It's 31 minutes. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion about it. What did you think about... I don't know, whatever. What do you think about Toya? I mean, I think we all can agree that Toya is acting like a damn fool. You know, I believe that Quad had an apartment. I'm glad, like everything, I'm glad everybody's supporting each other. What do y'all think about Contessa not setting these boundaries with her children so that she can heal properly? Do you think she should probably have gotten a nanny or some help while she was, you know, healing? I think it only makes sense because she kept saying things like, well, when I'm about to rest, or if I take something to go to sleep, here they come. But you don't have to get up. You don't have to get up. If you sick, you don't have to get up. Explain to your children, mommy is not feeling well. I am resting. That's it. What else? I don't think anything else major happened. I think that's about it. Don't forget to email me your topics for Friday. And I did listen to Scorpion. Haven't finished, and it's good. Drake. It's a good album. I'm gonna give you that. I still think you a creepy freakazoid, but that's neither here nor there. The people love you. Obviously, it doesn't matter what you do. They love you. You have emotionally manipulated a lot of women into defending your behavior. Anyways, that's my time. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care of each other.